Good morning, dear students, and thank you very much for your kind cooperation. And today I am here with a paper that is for revision purpose, in which we are supposed to discuss some of the concept which we have done earlier also, that is a MySQL, and there is some questions of networking. So I am just begin with the discussion. Here it is on the screen. We have two different tables, that is a mobile master and second is to be called as a mobile stock. I'm just directly supposed to discuss about these questions with you all. And my dear respected students, I'm just going to read the question that write the SQL or MySQL queries for question 1 to 4 and write the output of SQL commands for question number 5 to 8. It means first four question relates to where we are supposed to write the commands, and after that we are supposed to display the output only. First question, it says display the mobile company mobile name and price in descending order of their manufacturing date. In such case, you are supposed to remember that when they are talking about order, in such case we are supposed to use the order by query, where by default it having a sorting order, that is ascending, and if we are supposed to make it descending, that we are supposed to write it as DESC. Answer is there on your screen. They mention select with the name of the columns from name of the table, that is a mobile master, and order by clause with a column, and after that we mention the criteria for sorting, that is descending. Now, next question says, list the details of mobile whose name starting with S. It means, here it is where we talk about name starting with this character. You remember that we talk about a like in like, we are supposed to use two different types of wildcard characters. One is to be called as the underscore, which representing a single character, and after that we use a percentage with representing a multiple characters. So in such case, what we are going to write, select star from name of the table, that is a mobile master, where m underscore name like means it begins from S, and after that percentage representing that, after that may or may not be there is a multiple characters. Third question, it says display the mobile supplier and quantity of all mobile except ka matlab we are not supposed to include this within our criteria. So we are writing select name of the columns from the table where m underscore id is this symbol, that is a less than and greater than, is representing that not reverse order. It means they are not supposed to display any kind of data which representing MB003. Fourth question says to display the name of mobile company having price between 3,000 and 5,000. So it is very much clear that we are supposed to use the between clause, and for range we are supposed to write 3,000 and 5,000. And remember here that both values 3,000 and 5,000 will be included within your statement or within your criteria. After that, fifth point says, now we are talking about that how this output is supposed to be displayed on the screen, and it is very important that we are supposed to mention the name of the column on the top. Select m underscore id comma sum m underscore quantity from mobile stock. Group by it means they are supposed to make a group on the basis of a particular column, that is a m underscore id. So it mentioned MB004 is sum is 450 and so on, which is going to be displayed based on the table which is being displayed here, mobile stock. After that, next query says select maximum date and minimum date from a mobile master. So this, for this we are supposed to use a aggregate function that is a max and min, and they are supposed to display the content or output on your screen. Next question says, next question, I think so it is based on a equi-join, where equality operator is used, and we are supposed to make, we are supposed to retrieve the data from more than one table. They write select m1 dot m underscore id. Why they write m1 dot m underscore id? They representing that m1 representing a first table, m2 representing a second table, m1 representing mobile master, and m2 representing the mobile stock. That's why they are supposed to display the m1 and m2 along with a dot operator and with the column name. So it says where jahan pe, where m1 representing mobile master, m underscore id is equal to m2 representing a mobile stock, m underscore id, and m2 dot m quantity is greater than 300, and the output will be displayed on your screen. Again, they are talking about aggregate function, that is the average, and they are talking about m underscore price. The average of that is going to be displayed on your screen, and it retrieves the data from the mobile master. Now, my dear respected students, second question says that Dash is a university, and it is setting up a secured network for its campus at Himachal Pradesh for operating their day-to-day office and web-based activities. Okay. Uh, Answer the question 1 to 4 after going through the building positions in the campus and other details which are given below. So here it is on the screen. There is 4 different types of buildings. One is admin, finance, main building, and academic. And it is very important. And in earlier videos which we have made, we are supposed to discuss the same criteria, that first of all you are supposed to make a proper layout with all distance is supposed to be mentioned, and number of computers is also supposed to be mentioned along with all the different buildings. Here it is, they display the distance between different various buildings and number of computers which is there in buildings. So as I emphasize that in first question, they are talking about the layouts of the connection. So we are very much aware about this thing, that we are supposed to make these layouts in a proper format. There is no hurry in that. And if you are doing that thing, in such case, the marks will be affected. Here it is, it says layout number 1, I'm supposed to write here start topology. First layout I'm making on the basis of a start topology, where here it is main building having 150 computer. That's why I consider that main building is considered as a server in such case, and we are supposed to link all the other buildings with a main building. And here it is 50, 170 meters is supposed to be mentioned, that there is a distance, and we calculate it as, and it says that there is 220 meters with first layout. And similarly, second time we are going to use a concept of ring topology, where all the other buildings are supposed to be connected with each other, and in such case the distance is also there. 70 plus 70 140, and 50 plus 50 is 100. So I think so that is 240 meters. So if we are going to conclude this thing, in such case we are saying that star topology is better in context of the cable which is required to connect all the buildings. But otherwise, if we are looking the aspect of some other thing, in such case we are saying that in case of star topology, all the computers are not connected with each other. In such case, we called it as that ring is better concept, where all the buildings are connected with each other. So I assume and I expected that you are supposed to make these layouts in this manner, which is there display on your screen. After that, second question says, suggest the most suitable building to house the server of the network of the university. As earlier we have discussed that in main building, I think so, we having 150 computers. In such case, we are mentioning that main building because it contains maximum number of computers. Suggest the next question says, suggest the placement of the following devices with justification. Switch and hub. We all know that switch and hub will be required in all the four buildings because they having more than two computers. After that, repeater, as yesterday we also discussed about repeaters, that you are supposed to measure the repeater. The installation of repeater must be done where the distance between two different buildings will be 70 meters or more than 70 meters. In such case, we display that main to finance, main to academic, and finance to academic, we required a repeater because they having a distance from 70 meters to 100 meters. Fourth part says, suggest the technology out of the following for setting up very fast internet connectivity among buildings of the university. So, if we required a very fast kind of connectivity, in such case, out of these three, that is optical fiber, coaxial cable, and Ethernet cable, we required a optical cable which performs very well in comparison to these rest of these two options. My dear respected students, the last thing what we are supposed to discuss today is here it is again. We are having a question here. Here it is. We have only three questions. So I'm just going to make a correction here that we have three questions and there is no need to display the output here. There is no need to display the output here because we have only three questions. So, my dear respected students, now just look at these tables and this says one is a trainer, second is a course. First question says to display the T name and city of trainer who joined the institute in the month of December 2001. So what we are going to do? We are supposed to mention the details of T name and city from table that is a trainer and based on the month of December 2001. So what we are going to write? We write between here and mentioning 2001 and 1201, 2001 1231. मतलब जो लोग दिसंबर के महीने में आए हैं and it begins from December month begins from 1 to 31. Next, we can also use the relational operator. Here it is greater than is equal to and less than is equal to. And the last thing what we are supposed to do is that we can also use the concept of like in such context. And with that, we can also retrieve the expected output. Second question says to display T name, hire date, C name, start date from table trainer and course. It means we are supposed to combine these two tables, that is trainer and course. And next criteria will be all of those courses whose fee is less than or equal to 10,000. So here we can use equijoin, the concept of equijoin, and with the help of that we can retrieve the content. And for further queries we use and criteria where fees is less than is equal to 10,000. Third concept says to display the number of trainers from each city. It means we are supposed to display the name of the trainers from each city and we are supposed to group the cities. In such case, what we are using a group by clause. And my dear student, if there is some other criteria will be that you remember always that with group by, we are not supposed to use the where, we are supposed to use the concept of having clause. So I think so it helps you and you are supposed to make sure this thing that whatever you are doing in a perfect manner. So thank you very much and God bless you, my dear respected student.